Welcome back, everyone. We are back at it with a brand new release. Yes, Found North Hell Diver. Woo! Oh man. But before we dive into everything Found North related, I want to go ahead and give a huge shout out to my newest patrons, my good friend Francisco J, Rashawn, William F, and Steve I. So Francisco, Rashawn, William, and Steve, as I've said in numerous occasions before, welcome to the Judge family. I truly do feel like we have a special group, like a patron group, like a community, between our contests, our meetups, our in-person barrel picks, you name it, right? We try to have a little bit of fun on this side of the house. We try to have a little bit of fun in this courtroom, right? So thank you again, as well as I should say thank you to all my patrons. We have a ton of really cool people, men and women, and I just love the community that we have on the Bourbon Judge side. So much appreciation to each and every one of you out there. All right, so earlier this week when Hell Diver was released, I mean literally earlier this week, my patrons and I, we were all going back and forth like, who got a bottle? Were you lucky enough to get a bottle on SharePour or Sillbox, or when the email came out from Found North? And let's just say the hype about Found North is real, and it's because they are producing excellent whiskey. So Nick Taylor and his brother, they are truly producing fantastic whiskey. They are sourcing their whiskey, Canadian whiskey, right? They're sourcing it, blending it together, older age whiskey, big age statements, but they're making honestly just some fantastic batches. So, I mean, if you think about it, Found North Peregrine, their highly allocated release last year, was my number one whiskey of 2023. To me, in many ways, a lot of people are talking about this. They're almost like their whiskey. It's so sought after. It's almost like the new version of B-Tech. Oh. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this. So I did, like anyone else out there, I went online. I tried to get a bottle of Found North, the Hell Diver. Unfortunately, I got the declined email, so I didn't get a bottle as well. But I'm very thankful and fortunate that Found North did send over a little media sample for me to review on the channel. So let's go ahead and open this one up. All right. So when you think about Found North, obviously I kind of gave an overview about their sourcing older Canadian whiskey, and then they blend it, and that's what makes it very unique. They're not just taking a barrel, dumping it. They're blending it, getting different mash bills, and bringing it together, and then sometimes finishes as well. That's what Found North is all about. All right, let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. All right, so what do we know about this brand new release? So like I said, this literally came out this week. This is part of the high altitude collection. And when you think about the high altitude, so that's really kind of defined as like they're taking great whiskey, right? Canadian whiskey, they're blending it together, they're finishing it, and then they're reblending. So that's the key difference. So for this one, this is a combination of that they use whiskey anywhere from 15 years all the way up to 23 years. Specifically, they took 15, 22, and 23-year-old corn whiskey, and then they blended it with 18 and 19-year-old rye whiskey. So that was the blend. But then they also finished it in Pedro Jimenez sherry, cognac, and then also New American oak cask. So they did a whole bunch of really cool things. It ended up producing over 2,000 bottles, about 2,200 to be exact. And again, this is truly, I mean, the hype over Found North is there, folks. I mean, everyone seems to truly care for Found North. I will say I'm very excited because myself and my good friends over at Stuff and Whiskey, we did a joint barrel pick along with one of their partner groups as well. We did a joint barrel pick of Found North. So Found North whiskey is here to stay. It is here to stay. All right. Hell Diver, highly allocated, age anywhere from 15 to 23 years. Of course, they always have to put the youngest whiskey that's in the blend on the front of the bottle, on front of the label. That's the reason why you see the age 15 years. Let's see if this is another home run from Found North. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this nose real quick. So this one's coming in at exactly, I think it's 119, right? Yeah, 119 proof on the dot. So exactly 119 proof. The final mash bill, because they use that rye corn blend, the final mash bill is 85% corn, 14% rye, and then also 1% malted barley. Wow, this is nice. it has like a, oh my gosh. It's almost like a slight caramel meets maple syrup drizzled on top of like almost like some strawberry pancakes, if you will. It's a very fruity, sweet, caramelized, sugar, a little bit of maple syrup. Oh my gosh, Nick, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? Oh my goodness. Oh man. So availability obviously is highly allocated. It produced only 2,200 bottles, so it's definitely a highly allocated bottle. If you didn't get it online, they do actually have. If you go to their website, you can actually kind of plug in like where you live, and you'll find like a map of the U.S. You can actually see exactly the stores that carry Found North. That is pretty cool. That is pretty neat itself. Unfortunately, I waited to do that too late. The bottles that my store got were already sold out. So what happens to the judge? I was sleeping. All right, here we go. $175 MSRP. Highly allocated. All right, it's time to rock and roll. Here we go, friends. Cheers. Oh, man. Whew. Oh, my goodness. That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. So, before I dive into this, I want a couple favors. Number one, hit the like button. Number two, drop me a comment. Have you tried any Found North before? But more important, have you tried this new Hell Diver? And then last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Fair? All right. Let me get a little bit more of this before I before I get into the overview. Oh wow! Here's what I like about this. It's a very bold and it's a clean, crisp finish, but it's bold at the same time. That goes down. It's very clean, very crisp, but it's bold, it's powerful without being too powerful. I love the finishes on it though, right? I love the fact that you can pull out like the sugar notes, if you will. You can pull out like the almost like from the sherry, you can almost pull out like the different fruit notes as well, like those strawberry kind of notes. They come through. There's almost like a very small hint of like a strawberry meets like a plum note. So all like the wine finishes that they used, the cognac plus the sherry as well, that was done very, very well. Gosh, this is good. I mean, I'm like almost lost for words. Wow. If I could afford to drink Found North almost every day, I would. I truly would. Folks, when you ask me, Judge, is it really worth the MSRP? Is this 15-year-old whiskey, which technically has whiskey in it, up to 23 years old? Is it truly worth it, Judge? Folks, this is flat out amazing. I gave you 2 gavels. This is flat out amazing. I think the blend itself is very unique. I love the finishing on it as well. The sherry finish, the cognac as well. It's spicy. It's more sweet actually than spicy, but it has a little bit of spice in the background, but a lot more sweetness up front. You get those fruit notes as well from the finishes. This is flat out absolutely amazing. I'm pouring more because I absolutely love this whiskey and I love this brand. Hey friends, until the next time, as we say in this courtroom, once and always, peace, cheers, most important, salute. Take care. See you guys.